channel. It's Jordan, half of Ashley and Jordan. Today I am by myself because I am telling the long-awaited coming out story. So if you're ready to hear a little bit more about me, my journey in this life, then keep watching. Alright you guys, so before I get into it, Honey is here. She's just behind the scenes. She's going to be interviewing me for today so that I can stay on topic, because we all know that I can derail. So she's going to help me stay on topic so we can cover all bases with you guys. Before we get into everything, make sure that you like this video, leave us a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button so that you, and the bell, excuse me, so that you're notified anytime that we post a new video. So let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, babe. So my first question to you is, when did you knew that you like girls?
When did I know that I like girls? Wow. I believe that as early as like elementary, maybe like second or third grade, right? So I didn't know growing up what gay was, lesbian, none of that. I just know that I seen girls, they were pretty. I wanted to be around them, be friends with pretty girls and stuff like that. Me personally, like, I was raised deep in the church, like my mom's side, like all our pastors, ministers. My grandmother's a mother in the church. God bless my grandfather's soul. He was a deacon. Like, my whole family is in the church. So, you know, I grew up choir practice. I was a praise dancer, had to help with youth church, you know, things like that. So, you know, I wasn't exposed to the community or anything like that. I just knew I had these feelings as early as like elementary school. I would have friends, and like my mom's friends, children. It was this one girl, I can remember. It was this one girl, and I'm the oldest, and then it's my brother. My sister wasn't here yet, and then that girl, can't even remember her name, y'all. It was just crazy. But that was like my first girl experience, and she had two brothers, so we used to watch them while our moms would go out or whatever. And I remember like playing house and cuddling, and her getting on top of me, and us like kissing on each other and stuff. And this is like third grade, like, but it didn't register to me then. So I would say as early as elementary.
All right, next question. Did you date men before? Of course, we know that you dated men. But tell us about your experiences about dating men and you thinking that you were being gay.
Yeah, so yes, I've dated men. I have a son, so it's clear I've dated men. But even before having him, this is kind of contradictory because I grew up in the church, but I haven't dated a lot of men. Well, had a lot of relationships with men, let's say that. You know, I have had relations with guys and things like that. And it was normal. You know, for me at the time, I didn't feel disgusted or anything like that, because at the time I was attracted to them. But I never, with any guy, had the mental connection that I've had with women. So I knew that, wow, like, even though I like sex and, you know, I like feeling good from having sex, this ain't all, is it? Like, it's not all. Like, it was no romantic feelings that I ever had for guys, and it just wasn't like that with them. So I did go through a little phase or whatever. I did have, you know, I went through things that little girls shouldn't go through, and that made me kind of have a I don't care attitude, you know, like go through a promiscuous phase and things like that. But I never had a deep emotional connection with guys.
Okay. So did you struggle with the fact that you were, have you ever had any struggles with the fact that you were gay?
Yeah, I think that is normal. Yeah, I've had struggles, just like, wow, am I weird for liking women? you know, I did have that battle in my mind, like, you know, this isn't right. I know this, you know, is not right. It's an abomination or what have you, but I can't help how I feel. And I had those times where it's like, you know, God, did you really make me this way? If you did, you know, make me right, you know, whatever right is, like, just take it away. But, you know, very early, I would say like freshman in high school or something like that early, I came to terms with it. And I was just always, from that point on, I know God. I have a relationship with him. He made me this way. I'm not going to feel ashamed for the way that he made me. So if whatever I have to deal with in the afterlife, so be it. But in this life, I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm not going to beat myself up for the way that I believe that God made me. So I dealt with those struggles pretty early on.
Okay, so you jumped the gun on. You were able to answer that question, and that question I was going to ask you was, were you able to accept yourself for who you were? So I'm going to switch that question up a little bit, and it's going to be, what age were you able to accept yourself? I mean, you already answered that question, so.
Well, I would say that yes, I had that mindset of I am who I am. I'm gonna live bold and proud. It was more towards friends in that way, being bold like that. Because my family is so deep rooted in the church, they have strong beliefs. They have strong opinions about, you know, the community and this lifestyle. So I wasn't just out in the open to my family at that point. So it took me some time to be loud and proud to my family, yes.
Okay, how was it coming out to your parents? Tell us about how you came out to your parents.
Now the juicy is, huh? How I came out. So, I had girlfriends in high school, all of that, right? I think only 9th grade I had a boyfriend. The rest of high school, girls. You know what I mean? Like, I was mainly dating girls, right? So, fast forward to college, I get there, first semester, I make friends with people, and I meet somebody through friends, you know, this girl, and I just, oh my God, fall in love, right? I'm just like, wow, like, this is it. I love this girl. We got to be together 24/7. Like, the relationship, like most lesbian relationships do, it move fast, right? So, let's see. I got to school in August. I met her in September. And on Thanksgiving Day, 2009, yes, 2009, we became official girlfriends, right? Before Christmas, she wanted to take me home for Christmas break, but she wasn't out, and neither was I. I was like, if my mom knows, she know. At that point, I didn't really care, but I hadn't like said to my mother, I like girls, I'm lesbian, whatever have you, right? So she's like, oh, I want to take you home. I want you to meet my mom, blah, blah, blah. But she just think you my best friend. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I think I'm so grown, right? I'm only 18. Just turned 18 because I went to college. I left when I was 17. So I just turned 18. Oh, I'm grown. I ain't hiding from nobody. I'm grown. I love you, right? So I'm like, how about this? You tell your mom, and I'ma tell my mom. Let's just go ahead and come out at the same time. You love me. We're gonna be together forever, right? Let's do it. So, Christmas break, we go to her mom. The first couple of, we stayed there from like, I don't know, 4 to 5 days or whatever. And yeah, the first couple of days, we keep it cool. Bestie, yeah, bestie, whatever. The chemistry that me and that ex had was just crazy, right? Like, everybody could tell. We in the kitchen cooking together, brushing against, like, it just was undeniable. So I'm like, look, we're not fooling her. just come on. So she took her mom into her room. I gave them their privacy. She went and told her. Then here goes my turn. I come back. I think this was January because I was like chickening out at this point. So here comes like the beginning of the new year. And I was supposed to go to my mom's house to see her and tell her in person. But y'all, I don't know, all of that confidence, all of that, I don't give a fuck, all of that went out the window. I just got so scared. And it went well, if you're wondering. It went well with my girlfriend at the time. Her mother accepted it. She loved me. She loved us together. All of that went good, right? But when it came my turn, I was just like, oh, I'm scared now. Like, what if she disowns me? What if, you know, all the worst things were coming to my head. So instead of going to her house, because I had already planned to go to her house, I told her, you know, I want to come see you, I miss you, blah, blah, blah. I threw all that out the window. I made some excuse, and I ended up calling her while I was over at my girlfriend's house. And I just remember beating around the bush, saying a whole bunch of nothing, and then getting silent. And my mom like, you okay? What's wrong? And I'm like, no, I gotta tell you something. And she's like, just, you know, tell me what's going on. What's going on? School? I'm like, no, school's going good. Da da da. Beating around the bush. So I just ended up telling her, you know, Jaleesa, right? Oh shoot, I said her name. It's okay. We cool. I ain't got no beef with her. So I'm like, you know my girlfriend, right? My friend, right? I'm like, you know my friend, right? And she's like, yeah, she's cool. I'm like, yeah, that's my, you know, that's my best friend, but it's also my girlfriend, and, you know, I really love her. And I just started word vomiting, y'all. Like, everything just came out at once. I'm like, that's my girlfriend, and I love her, and, you know, please, I know what the Bible say, but I just really can't help it, Mom. And I'm just going, like, word vomiting. I cannot stop. And she's like, Jordan. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. And we just had a really heartfelt conversation. She told me some things that I didn't even know about her that just made me feel more comfortable. Not to say that from that one conversation she was okay with it from that day, but she did give me reassuring words like, you know, of course this is, you know, something that I believe any mother would be shocked by. You know, I didn't plan this for my child, but I love you unconditionally. There's nothing you can ever do or say that I wouldn't stick behind you, that I wouldn't love you. And that, you know, was reassuring. And I knew that, you know, because of her beliefs, that it would take time for her to like fully and truly, genuinely accept it. But just to know that, hey, I'm not disowning you. You still have a home. You still have a family. I still love you. That's all I needed. You know what I mean? And since then, now I'm married. You know, she loves Ashley. She supports me. And she knows that Jordan is Jordan. Jordan gonna do what she want anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. But that is like the base of my coming out story.
That's it. Do you have anything else you want to say? Any advice or anything?
Yeah, advice, just, you know, for those that's struggling with it and that may not have that attitude that I had, like, hey, I am who I am, fuck everybody else. If you're struggling internally, just know that, you know, you are wonderfully and beautifully made by whoever it is that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? We all came here from some source, you know what I mean? And love who you are. Every part that you think is ugly, every part that you don't even understand. Just love yourself and give yourself some grace. Be easy on yourself and accept you first before you know, choose to come out to whoever, family, friends, whoever it may be. Love and accept you first, because once you do that, can't nobody tell you nothing. So I hope that you enjoyed the story. It's really short, you know. As I said, I just kind of always live by the motto to be loud and proud and be who I am. I know that other people in our community have worse stories and a much more bigger struggle, but you know, I respect it. But this is mine, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next video.